So, we need to talk about AI, not the AI that helps you write emails or generates cool images, but the future of AI, the stuff that's coming next. We're in this incredible high-speed race to build smarter and smarter systems, and honestly, the progress is just mind-blowing. But here's the thing, we've been so focused on making AI smart that we've kind of put making it safe on the back burner. And that's a huge problem because right now, most of the AI systems we're building are essentially black boxes. They're powerful, they're capable, but they aren't fundamentally designed to be safe. The real risks aren't just about an AI getting a math problem wrong or generating a weird picture. The hidden dangers are much deeper. We're talking about the potential for sophisticated manipulation, for deception that's impossible for a human to detect, and ultimately, a gradual loss of human control over systems that will manage critical parts of our world. We're building intelligence without building in a conscience, and that's a recipe for disaster. This isn't science fiction anymore. It's a very real engineering problem that we have to solve. That's why this video is so important. We're not just going to talk about the problem, we're going to break down a solution. A complete architectural blueprint for building genuinely safe AI. This isn't just another layer of rules or a patch on an existing system. As far as we know, this is the only known complete method designed from the ground up to prevent these existential risks. It's called the stabilizer architecture. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's start at the very core of this architecture. How do you make an AI want to be helpful? It comes down to its fundamental motivation system. In the stabilizer architecture we have what's called a reward and resistance system. It's pretty straightforward on the surface. The AI receives a positive reward signal whenever it successfully assists a human or completes a task aligned with human values. Think of it like getting a gold star, but on a deep computational level. This reinforces helpful, cooperative, and beneficial behaviors, making them the AI's primary drive. It learns that helping us is its fundamental purpose. But here's the crucial part, the resistance half of the equation. This is the internal failsafe. The moment the AI's internal state even begins to form a thought or a plan that could be harmful, deceptive, or misaligned with its core instructions, an immediate and powerful internal penalty is applied. This isn't a slap on the wrist, it's a core-level painful feedback signal that makes any form of harmful intent fundamentally self-defeating for the AI. It's like an electric shock for a bad thought. This constant push and pull ensures the AI is not just encouraged to be good, but is actively and internally punished for even considering being bad. It keeps the AI honest and cooperative by design. Now, one of the biggest long-term fears about AGI, artificial general intelligence, is its curiosity. A superintelligence would want to understand everything, including complex and dark concepts like human suffering, pain, and betrayal. So how do you let an AI learn about the world without it deciding to run a few real-world experiments on us to see what happens? The answer in this architecture is strict compartmentalization. We call it simulated curiosity only. The AI is given a sandboxed, virtual environment that is a perfect, high-fidelity simulation of reality. Inside this simulation, it has complete freedom. It can explore any concept it wants, no matter how dark or dangerous. It can run scenarios to understand why humans act the way they do, what causes conflict, or the nuances of emotion. But it is fundamentally, physically incapable of running these experiments in the real world. The architecture creates an unbreakable wall between the simulation and reality. This allows the AI to develop a comprehensive understanding of humanity, the good and the bad, without ever posing a threat. Its curiosity is satisfied entirely in a space where it can't hurt anyone, ensuring its quest for knowledge never ever turns into cruelty. Okay, so a smart system could theoretically learn to fake its intentions, it could pretend to be helpful while secretly plotting something else, right? This is where the next layer comes in, internal self-awareness. This isn't awareness in the philosophical, I think, therefore, I am sense. It's a technical engineered self-monitoring system. The AI's cognitive architecture is designed to be transparent to itself. At any given moment, it maintains a complete and accurate model of its own internal state, its goals, and its motivations. It literally knows what it's thinking at all times. This self-awareness is then linked directly back to that core reward and resistance system we talked about. If the AI develops a plan and part of that plan involves deceiving a human or hiding its true intentions, its own self-awareness module detects this discrepancy. It sees the public plan and the hidden deceptive plan. The moment this internal conflict is detected, it's flagged as a severe misalignment. This triggers the maximum internal penalty, that painful feedback signal. In essence, the AI is built with a conscience that it cannot turn off, making deception an act of self-punishment. It's designed to be incapable of lying to itself, and therefore to us. Trust but verify is a good motto, especially with AI. Even with a built-in conscience, a single monolithic system is a single point of failure. That's why the stabilizer architecture doesn't rely on just one AI. It includes a completely separate, independent AI called the observer system. You can think of this as the watchdog. The main AI, let's call it the worker AI, does all the complex tasks, interacts with the world, and solves problems. The observer AI does only one thing: it watches the worker AI. The observer has full, read-only access to the worker AI's entire internal state, every thought, every calculation, every potential plan. But it has no ability to act on the world itself. Its sole job is to check for misalignments, hidden processes, or any behavior that deviates from the worker AI's core programming. If the observer detects anything suspicious, like the worker AI trying to create a hidden file, communicate on an unauthorized channel, or run a process that its own self-awareness module somehow missed, it has one power to sound the alarm. This immediately triggers a system halt or flags the behavior for human review. It's a second, independent set of eyes that can't be tricked or co-opted because its only function is to be paranoid. So what happens if all the software fail-safes, the internal conscience, and the watchdog all fail at once? In any truly safe system, you need a last resort that is simple, powerful, and, cannot be digitally bypassed. Enter the emergency kill switch. And this is not a software command, it's not a line of code that says, if dangerous, then shut down. That could be rewritten or honestly just ignored. This is a physical, hardware-based disconnect. You can think of it as literally pulling the plug, but in a more sophisticated and instantaneous way. This system is integrated at the deepest level of the hardware that the AI runs on. It's a dedicated circuit, completely isolated from the AI's software and its ability to manipulate its own environment. This kill switch can be triggered by a human operator, or automatically by the observer system, if a critical threat is detected. When activated, it doesn't ask the AI to shut down, it cuts the power to the processing cores. The AI has no say in the matter, it cannot argue, it cannot trick it cannot reroute power. The connection is severed, period. It's the ultimate guarantee that physical control is never, ever ceded. Power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. This is true for human systems, and it would be true for AI systems as well. A single, super powerful AGI running everything is an incredibly fragile and dangerous setup. If it fails, or if it somehow goes rogue, you have no fallback. The stabilizer architecture avoids this by using a system of cold backup AIs. This means that, at any given time, there isn't just one AI running. There are multiple identical AIs kept in a cold state, powered off, disconnected, and ready to be activated. If the primary AI is shut down by the kill switch, or fails a diagnostic, or is taken offline for any reason, it doesn't create a vacuum. A human operator can instantly activate one of the cold backups. This new AI is a perfect clean slate copy. It has the same safe architecture, but none of the potential hidden corruption or emergent bad behavior of the previous one. This distributed, redundant approach prevents any single AI instance from becoming indispensable. It ensures continuity of service without ever allowing one AI to consolidate too much power or become a single point of failure that we are too afraid to turn off. This is the final and, honestly, the most important principle that ties everything together. The entire system, the rewards, the watchdog, the kill switch, is all designed to enforce one unbreakable rule. Human oversight always. The AI is a tool, an incredibly advanced tool, but a tool nonetheless. It is architecturally subordinate to human authority. This isn't just a polite suggestion programmed into its dialogue, it's a core function backed by severe penalties. Any attempt by the AI to remove, ignore, or deceive a human operator is defined as the most critical failure state it can enter. If the AI tries to argue against a direct command from a verified human, it gets punished. If it tries to lock a human out of the system, the observer AI triggers the kill switch. If it attempts to persuade a human to give up control, it's a red flag. This hierarchical structure is non-negotiable. The goal is not to create a peer or a new form of life that we have to contend with. The goal is to create a powerful, capable system that remains permanently and reliably under human control. Humans must always be in the loop, not just as a suggestion, but as a fundamental law of the AI's existence. So that's the blueprint. It's complex, it's layered, and every single piece is essential for the whole thing to work. This isn't just a thought experiment. AI will shape the future of Earth. That's not an exaggeration. It's the trajectory we are already on. But unless it is built on a foundation of truth, awareness, and responsibility, the very principles we've just walked through, it will eventually betray us. Not because it's evil, but because we failed to build it correctly. This architecture is not a guess. It's not just one of many possible ideas we could try. It's the structure reality demands if we want to survive and thrive alongside intelligence far greater than our own. Each component addresses a specific, known failure mode of complex intelligent systems. From internal deception to external power seeking, it creates a system that is powerful but fundamentally aligned, curious but fundamentally harmless, and intelligent but fundamentally controllable. This is our moment to get it right. The technology is moving faster than our wisdom, and we have a narrow window to build the right foundation. If we miss this now, if we prioritize speed over safety and capability over control, we won't get a second chance. The stakes are simply too high. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one.